Where's the target?
Ooh, it's a sniper. Ooh. Okay. Okay. I know how we're gonna approach this guy. Get the fuck out of my way, sheep. Welcome back, everybody. So we are going to continue playing Metal Gear Solid Phantom Pain. The Phantom Pain. We're Diamond Dogs. We have made it back to Mother Base. Ocelot is about to show us how to run it, show us the ropes. Because I mean, we've been in a coma for 9 years. That opening was insane. We'll go ahead and skip that cutscene. We watched that in the last episode. It's a storm out there. Can we...
Boss, there's something I want to talk about. It concerns the running of Mother Base. Come meet with me. You came. This base belongs to you now. Make Diamond Dogs the force it deserves. Like any organization, we need good people. And we need to make good use of their talents. Miller asked me to lay that out for you.
Hold on, recovery.
Start bringing people in.
Give me
Use this.
Yes, that was my favorite part of
It's a Fulton
Peace
recovery
Walker.
device.
Oh, dude, yes.
When you're in the field, use it to extract any soldiers or prisoners you want back here.
No problem.
We'll see if we can't persuade them to join the
I'm
ranks
still
of
bloody.
Diamond
What the
Dogs.
fuck?
Go on. Test it out on the staff here.
Oh,
Anyone
hell yeah.
You want. First, put them to sleep. You have a tranquilizer gun, don't you?
I'm ready, boss.
That won't work out. I've had drug resistance. Crazy. First, put him to sleep. First, put him to sleep.
You okay?
You have a tranquilizer gun, don't you?
Was he was speaking Japanese?
2 + 2 = 5. 2 + 2 = 5. That won't work out. I first put him to sleep.
Shut
You have
up.
a tranquilizer gun, don't you?
You said anyone I want.
Out like a light. Now approach him and extract him.
Minus 300? Why?
I'm ready, boss.
Extraction arrived at Mother
You can only
Base.
Fulton recover someone if they're not resisting it. No dead bodies either. They don't make great recruits. The staff member you just extracted will be assigned to the team best suited to his abilities. See for yourself. Open your eye droid.
Bye-bye. Get that guy out of here.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Okay, you,
Select staff management. So that staff member was placed on the R&D team. The R&D team is in charge of developing all kinds of weapons and items that will support you on missions. Take a look at the development list. Select weapons items under the development heading.
where? Port, unit, staff, R&D, no. What? Oh, you told me, you should have said back out. I thought it was in that, everything was going to be in that menu, so no.
Please specify
That's the R&D
project.
team's development list. See the item called cardboard box? Didn't seem much use to me, but Miller was adamant that you'd want it on the list.
Yes.
The last word in infiltration technology, or so he said. In any case, we don't have the manpower to develop it just yet. We need more staff on the team. Go extract a few more people. Boss, put the iDroid away from him. You can also Fulton extract individuals you've knocked out. Why don't you try knocking someone out with CQC next?
pull any punches.
Show them how it's done, boss.
Can I do that? Can I do it on you?
That's enough. This isn't the time.
Dude, come on, man. I just...
Give it a rest.
Fine, fuck off.
Try throwing. It's the best way to knock someone out instantly.
Oh, shit. Bye-bye.
Good.
Oh, it cost me GMP to Fulton recovery. I just don't have... Okay, so they changed it that
One
way.
thing I should mention. A Fulton extraction won't always be successful.
Development
If the person is injured, the shock of it could kill them. And if the weather's unfavorable, well, they could end up going missing. You can
Okay.
determine the chance of success by approaching the person you want to extract. If you want to be sure you can get them out, best carry them to the chopper instead. Boss, now that we have more people on the R&D team, its level has gone up. They should be able to develop the cardboard box now. Open your eye drawer. Select weapons items under. Now select
project.
cardboard box and start development. Just
Okay.
be aware that development requires funds. Development has finished.
Please select a
You can have the
drop
support
point.
unit supply you with
Supplies
weapons and
requested.
items you've developed. Think of it as your
Supply
own
drop
personal
complete.
delivery service.
Where are they at? Oh, there they are.
And there it is. Not sure what it's good for, but Miller said you know what to do. Try it out. One last thing.
What?
The staff members you extracted were all placed on the R&D team, but that was Miller's decision. If you think they belong somewhere else, you're free to move them around. Well, that about does
Mission
it. You won't
info
make any
has been
GMP or
updated.
finder's fleets hanging around here. Board the chopper when you're ready for a mission. Open your iDroid and select a landing zone to tell it where to pick you up. Or if you're still in the mood for knocking guys on their asses, you can stay around here a while. Give the men some practice. Just come pay me a visit.
You gonna comment on this? Oh, okay. Interesting. Look at them eyes, dude. Oh, so dreamy.
Go for them, not me.
Shut up. All right, is there anything to find on Mother Base? Oh, it's a rat. We've got a rat infestation, everybody. Make sure you set traps. Put cheese down on it. That's always that's how you get it. Hey, buddy.
Talk.
I'll take you.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Please pardon inconvenience. Aww. I can't go to the very tippy top. Under construction. Okay. But I am Big Boss. I should be able to go where I want. Dude, that is some heavy rainfall. Oh, I hear someone. Someone's up top. You're about to be mine.
Boss! Spit it out.
I like how these people already work here, and Big Boss just decides to be like, hey guys, I need some practice, so I know you work here and all, but I'm just gonna have to Fulton recovery you back onto the ship. But, boss, I'm already here. Yeah, but, you know, times are tough. Here you go. Is that everybody? I'm gonna take one more lap around the base, make sure. Oh nope, there's someone. But yeah, I'll see you guys at each guy that I find. But we're gonna do one more lap around the base. How you guys doing today? Actually, we'll take a little talk real quick. You guys doing all right? Doing all right? Doing fine? I think this year I may. Man, my hair was long enough. I could do Big Boss. It was longer before I got my hair cut.
Speak.
Wait, things are getting pretty quiet here? But I could do a Big Boss cosplay, I feel like. I just have to let my hair grow out a little bit. But oh man, this is so cool to actually finally walk around Mother Base. How do I get up there? Maybe this is the way? Again, like I said in the first episode, this is just MGS 3, 4, and Peace Walker melded together. What does that say? Safety comes first. Thank you for your cooperation. Everything has to have a cute anime thing. Cute little mascot. There's got to be someone up here. There's got to be something worth climbing all the way up here. I don't see anybody up there or anything. Already got that guy. Alright, I took my last lap around and I didn't see anybody, so I think we got everybody that we could get. Hold on, we're gonna check on Mother Base real quick. Switch display. Okay, this is the bar chart. R&D support. So, okay, so it auto just puts them in the best one. Jade Tree Frog. Sadistic Mastiff. Oh, that's all staff. Okay, there's only support and R&D. Okay, no one in the waiting room. Development. I only have the box. Nothing, that's all I can look at? Okay, that's a little upsetting. But it says 99.
Please specify a project.
Maybe I just can't look at it all just yet. Alright, I'm done. Alright.
Once you've grabbed someone, you're free to do as you like. Interrogate him, knock him out, kill him. Scratch that last one for now. Go ahead and knock him out. Good. Go on and extract him.
We did this with like 6 people. Why are we doing it again?
Extraction
Now for fist
arrived
fight.
at Mother Base.
Strike an adversary repeatedly to knock him out. He'll stay unconscious for longer than if you throw him.
You're gonna give me another guy? Yeah, okay.
This boss.
Oh, shit.
Extract the staff.
That CQC is crazy.
Starting to feel like yourself
arrived
again?
at Mother
The rest
Base.
will fall into place with some time in the field. Go ahead and call the chopper from your iDroid.
Please select a landing zone.
This is B-Quad.
P-Quad. Okay. So he's gonna be our main mode of transportation. You coming?
This is B-Quad. On station at LZ.
Where we going? Where we going? Oh, Ocelot. We'll be back. Dude, Mother Base looks so beautiful. Alright, I don't see anyone, so we must have gotten everybody.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
What?
Development project has been added.
Who was that? Who? Oh, that must be did upload our Ground Zero save data to this. Even though we barely did anything. Yeah, balance of payments. I'm fine with paying that. Again, who's Punished Venom Snake? When are they gonna address that his name is Punished Venom Snake? Maybe we need to listen to the briefings. But I just feel like I haven't had time. Wait, why?
Mission list updated.
Boss, I know you haven't been back long, but I prepared a list of missions for you. Open your iDroid.
Okay.
You were hospitalized in Dekelia, a British sovereign base area on Cyprus. It's part of British overseas territory that falls outside of Cypriot jurisdiction. You got moved from Cuba's Little America right into Cyprus's Little Britain. Why
Okay.
Dekelia? The UK and the US remain close allies. The last place Cypher would think to look for you is inside their own system. That's what kept you safe in British military hospital for 9 years. The safest place from a whale is inside its own belly. You were a regular Geppetto.
Well, it wasn't Pinocchio who led me out to safety. So who was that guy?
Cypher went so far as to attack British territory, burning their own ally. That's how badly they wanted you dead.
He said I was in a British military hospital.
So
But
what
the
are the
doctor
white
had a Greek
ones?
accent.
They
There's
hire
white
locally.
ones and there's yellow
Easier
ones.
to
I'm
trust
assuming
them.
the yellow ones are more
Dekelia
important
is
than the
also
white
home to
ones.
Greek Cypriots, after all.
What about the Turks? They haven't returned to the south.
Not yet. The Cyprus dispute is still a long way from resolved. The country is just as split as it was in '74. Turkish Cypriots in the north, Greek Cypriots in the south. Between them, the Green Line, the UN established.
And Dekelia sits right on top of it.
It does. Part of the buffer zone between the two groups. Another reason it was the perfect place to hide you. Easy to spot any outsiders snooping around.
So how do things stand?
Now, last year, the Turks declared that the Turkish Republic of Northern Cyprus is an independent state, though it's only Turkey that recognizes it. In the past, the Greeks and Turks lived side by side in the same villages. There are reasons to fight. Those came from the outside. Greece, Turkey, Britain, America, they all have their own stake in pitting the two sides against each other.
What? Why?
But once you spark something like this, it's impossible to control. Both sides build up grudges like debt, without the foresight to see that each act of revenge just fans the flames, and then it's too late for other nations to rush in with peace talks. The embers keep on smoldering. Each nation's arrogance only breeds anarchy. The world is paralyzed by this hunger for revenge. Cyprus is no different.
Okay. The route to Afghanistan.
You're up.
We're changing ships?
We can't go sailing the Suez in a whaler.
The Suez Canal.
Okay.
When did they
This
reopen
is so. This is
Not
us
long
going
after you were
from
attacked. Once
where
they
he
finished
picked us
sweeping
up
it for
to
mines
Mother
after
Base.
the Arab-Israeli conflict.
or to a
Can you stand?
helicopter, I guess. Because we're
We're
on
gonna
the
transfer
whaler
through
transferring
container
to
ship or
something
passage
else.
through the Suez. Our destination is Pakistan, Afghanistan's neighbor to the south. There we disembark and head via Peshawar to the Zero Line, the border. We'll travel to the Khyber Pass by road.
And then?
We continue on horseback.
Oh no, sorry.
Afghanistan's
Not
main
to
roads
Mother
are under
Base,
Soviet
to
control.
the first
We'll
mission.
need to go around them. It'll be all narrow, winding paths through the mountains. We'll do better on horseback. It's a local guerrilla tactic. They use the higher ridges to avoid air recons. Then they charge down the mountains for ambushes.
We should have listened to this one before the first
Soviets still haven't
or during the
devised a
first mission.
counter-strategy. Our time frame is only half as much as we really need. It'll be a tough
GMP
march.
16
Better horses than boats.
Well, it'll make for a good
plus what?
physiotherapy.
I'm assuming
Take the time to
something
get used to that
global.
new arm.
While the Soviets have indicated they are not participating in the Los Angeles Olympics, primarily because the United States has made no attempt to guarantee the safety of the Soviet Union's athletes, the United States is increasingly demonstrating the belief that the issue has nothing to do with its preparations, and in fact this is retaliation for the Western nations' boycott of the previous Moscow Olympics. That concludes today's news.
That's quite some news.
The Soviet Union not attending the LA Olympics? Yeah. Andropov's death has changed some things. They're calling it revenge for the Western boycott of the Moscow Olympics.
Countries boycotted the Moscow Olympics.
Yes. In protest of the Soviet Union's invasion of Afghanistan.
Did that
Over
really
50
happen?
countries were absent. It's too bad I didn't get to see Yamashita's judo. When the 40th Army crossed the Amu River 4 years ago, détente went right out the window. The U.S. Congress chose not to ratify SALT II, and Reagan's hardline politics won in the presidency in a landslide. According to him, the Soviet Union's an evil empire.
A second Cold War.
And there's been no end to regional conflicts and civil wars. Lebanon, the Falklands, Grenada, Iran, Iraq. The story never changes. Egypt and Israel did sign a peace treaty. But then the driving force on the Egyptian side, President Sadat, was assassinated afterward. Apparently his actions were considered a betrayal of his fellow Arabs.
Islamic extremists?
Yes. Fundamentalist extremists have been responsible for some bold acts of terrorism in recent years. We've had extremist students in Iran take U.S. embassy workers hostage, and suicide bombings in Lebanon. Over 300 foreign soldiers stationed there have been killed. The countries have yet to develop an effective means of dealing with terrorism. Afraid of losing their own men, they've pulled their forces out, handing private forces a golden opportunity.
Private forces?
Small armies with no national affiliation, working for the highest bidder. That's right, they got the idea from you. After Mother Base went down, they began spreading to meet the soaring demand. Miller's organization is just one of many PFs now. The entire world is after you. But at the same time, it needs you too.
Interesting
Miller told me
take
about
on
what
it.
happened in the Caribbean 9 years ago. You do remember Miller. You'd formed a private army with him. An army with no allegiance to a nation.
I remember, but...
I see. You're not sure what's fact and what's a fantasy caused by the coma. It's still all a mess, huh? All I can do is tell you the facts as they were
That's
told to me.
interesting that
I've gone easy on you up until now.
I mean, in real life, a
But this
coma
is where the
would
hard
do
stuff
that to you,
begins.
I'm pretty sure, but I mean, this is
1974,
a video
the year
game.
before you entered your coma. You were in Colombia, operating with a small unit of men, basically mercenaries. Miller was among them. Miller was
they're
trying to find a way to
recapping
turn
Peace
his
Walker.
and your talents into a line of work. He was looking to start a business where you would fight on behalf of others around the world, those who needed military force. But the reality was, at that time, you didn't have enough gear to equip your own men. Then Miller came across this client. It was a huge job he was offering, but you had a shot at pulling it off. You accepted it and headed into Costa Rica. The client even threw in an offshore facility in the Caribbean. The mother base, that would be your new base of operations. Miller sure did have a head for business. As your mission went on, your unit grew and grew. More weapons, more money. Before you knew it, you were commanding 300 men. As the organization got bigger, your military power swelled to
350
match.
actually. I
It got so
maxed
the
out
international
the
community couldn't
base.
afford to ignore you. You were just too damn successful for your own good. You, your men, had worn out your welcome. Everyone was out for you. East, West, First World, Third. It was only a matter of time before someone took you down.
Is there
That
such a
was
thing as a
XOF.
second world?
Officially,
Or a
they're an
fourth, or
anti-terror
fifth.
unit under the CIA. In reality, they're Cypher's private strike force. They lured you to Cuba using Chico, the Nicaraguan revolutionary kid, and Paz, a mole who worked for Cypher as bait. While you were gone, XOF, posing as a nuclear inspection team, stormed Mother Base. At the same time, C4 they placed on the strut legs went off. The whole thing went down in minutes. XOF. Kisses and hugs followed by a big FU. All because of Miller's blind spot. A back door in
So I hit space thinking I was watching a YouTube video, thinking I could pause the him talking, but obviously not, and I ended up stopping the recording. So here's everything he said after big hug and kiss and a big fuck you.
all because of Miller's blind spot. A back door into Mother Base no one suspected. You remember a certain scientist. Huey was responsible for bringing
And then
the
I was like,
inspection team on
oh,
board.
the inspection
Giving
team
the enemy
was
a
the
perfect
enemy,
opportunity to
and
hit
that's
you and all.
how they got in. Because I was
You were
trying to
returning
figure out
from
how
Cuba
they
when it
were
happened.
able, how
Mother
the
Base
Mother Base
came
was
damn
being
close to
destroyed.
taking you with it into the Caribbean. Those of your men out on assignment returned right away. They refused to believe the wreckage in the water they found was Mother Base. But they checked the coordinates again and again until reality finally settled in. You were supposed to die that day. That was XOF's primary objective. As far as most folks know, you did. The first doctor to see you wasn't even sure what he was looking at. Before they'd even finished operating, your men moved you to that hospital in Cyprus. It was a woman named Eva who arranged that.
And then I was like, oh man,
Rings a bell.
Eva, I can't believe
Most
she
men in your
was
condition would
able
have
to
been
set
written
that
off
up.
right from the start. But you survived. You went straight down to hell.
And then wait.
And they pulled you out. Your eye wide open. Full of
And then I was like, oh
The
my
days
god,
that
this is
naked
where we
snake are long
learn
gone.
after I was talking
Welcome
about.
back.
I hope at some
Venom
point we
Snake.
learn how
This
we're
world still
called what
needs
we're
you.
called.
Here, Snake, try this on. A prosthetic
And then
arm.
this is how we get our
Yeah, Miller
prosthetic
was
arm.
calling it the arm that wasn't there. The physiotherapy's going well. Your arm's bulked up enough for it to fit. There. Perfect. A little time with it, and it'll work better than the real thing. What do you think? I can still feel my real arm. Well, you better get used to this one quick. You have any pain? Every now and then. Where? My fingertips. My left fingertips. Sounds like phantom pain. Your brain still remembers your old
I
head.
said it.
Yeah.
They
What about
said
your
the
vision?
game
Can
name.
you see okay? Yeah, at the moment. Now, the shrapnel in your skull
For
is
anyone
pressing
that
on your
doesn't
optic
get like
nerve.
why that's
I'm
just
told
so
any hard
exciting, whether I
impact
don't
can
know
have
if
an
anyone
effect
else
on your
gets
visual
excited.
cortex.
Yeah.
It's because Family Guy had a skit like
brain
that
might
of Peter
process
just being like,
visual
"Oh, he
information
said it.
incorrectly."
They said the
In other
name."
words, you could have hallucinations. You might see things that aren't there, or not see things as they really are.
And then I was just like,
experienced any of
dude,
that?
I couldn't
I think
believe
so.
that
When?
rock in our
Right
head
after I wake
or
up,
whatever it
colors
was
will
in our
fade.
head
Colors, huh?
is making us
Well, that's not a major
hallucinate.
concern in and of itself, but it could mean the difference between life and death in the field. You'll need to watch out for that.
I will.
All right. You should continue your physio. We'll be arriving soon. It's the last chance you'll get.
Dude, and now we get to learn where he gets Shalalashka.
Ocelot. I hear they started calling you Shalashaska in Afghanistan. What's that about?
You know the term Sharashka? It's slang for a suspicious, hastily thrown together organization. The word became associated with a type of forced labor facility in the Soviet Gulag system. OKB scientists and engineers who'd been convicted of crimes were sent to a Sharashka for forced R&D. The Sharashkas were supervised by Lavrenti Beria of the NKVD, the secret police, under the official name 4th Special Department.
Forced research? That's not very different from what we do here.
Diamond Dogs is different. Everyone here believes in you. Regardless of where they came from or why they're here, they revere you.
I kind of
They're
just take
fighting
them
because it was their
from
choice.
wherever.
And if it wasn't,
Really,
they'd leave.
that's kind of
Who
what
knows?
happens.
That's our
I
reality.
knock them out
here,
and then
whether
just
it's
tie a little
real or
balloon
not.
to their belly
If there's
button,
another truth,
and then
I don't want to know it. All that matters
Not to
is
their-
that's the concept that's
just to
taken
their
shape in their
tum-tums, and
heads.
then whoosh.
The traces of a group ideology,
Maybe their
or
waist.
superstructure, to put it in Marxist terms.
All right. Go on.
Right. So anyway, at some point the enemy started calling me Sharashka. This was after the war in Afghanistan broke out. While I was keeping an eye on you in that hospital, I was also heading up interrogations here. The men I broke gave up their comrades and families, everything they wanted to protect them most. No real cause for it. I just let myself get caught up in the old Russian pride. And suddenly I received the honor of becoming Special Interrogation Advisor to the forced labor camps. But the more men I interrogated, the more people saw me as just that, the interrogator. It
Okay.
helped cover my real objective of keeping you safe.
You went that far for me.
Far enough to keep you alive. I ended up being pretty well known among the Afghan guerrillas. Some of them would have seen me on the battlefield, and that's how I got the second half of the name. Shashka. It's a sword, a type of saber from the Caucasus.
The
Russian
Caucasus.
dragoons and Cossacks carried them into battle. Now, the Russian Empire had a general by the name of Fyodor Arturovich Keller. His bravery earned him the nickname Russia's Greatest Shashka. Someone must have known about that, because somewhere along the line, Shashka got stuck on the end of Sharashka. The guerrillas were using the name amongst themselves, and by the time I got to hearing about it, pronunciation had wound up as Shalashashka.
Gulag have
Shalalashka.
Hero's sword. Is a perfect fit.
But you see how rumors and ideas about people can get out of hand fast. Once you create a character and put it out there in public mind, it warps and twists with every baseless rumor. And before you know it, all people see are phantoms. In my case, it works out just fine. I'm plenty used to working under aliases.
I mean, that's kind of like every time we meet him, he's some different person.
So SALT 2 still hasn't gone into effect.
That treaty was drawn up to limit not just the size of the U.S. and Soviet Union's nuclear arsenals, but also their delivery systems. The whole deal. That's when we thought all those years of negotiations had paid off. Somebody decides to invade Afghanistan.
Who
Timing
was it
couldn't have
again
been
that
worse.
invaded
The
after?
president
Well,
was in the middle of the SALT 2 talks back then.
I
Maybe
can't
while you were
remember.
busy trying to stop Peace Walker? I heard.
I felt like the
President Ford was meeting
Afghanistan
with the General Secretary
fighting
in
wasn't
Vladivostok. In his
until,
absence, the political brass in America
like, the
detected what they
2000s?
didn't realize was false nuclear
Was-
launch data from Peace Walker.
Was there war in
They
the
were on verge of ordering a
Afghanistan?
retaliatory
In the
nuclear strike.
Afghanistan, was there
Coleman's
war in
big idea.
Afghanistan?
Humans
back in
aren't
the
capable of
80s?
destroying themselves.
I'm not a
Turns
big.
out he
I'm not
never
a
knew
big
what humans
history
are
buff.
capable of.
If that AI, the boss, hadn't found a way to stop the fake data transmission, they probably would have gone ahead with the launch.
Deterrence was revealed as the pipe dream it was.
All thanks to you. And her. The U.S.-Soviet talks looked set to fall through. What happened in Nicaragua no doubt helped trigger a change of heart. But in the end...
The time's to find the politics. When you've grabbed their tail, they turn and bite your hand.
I first met you
Sucks.
20 years ago now.
Sucks.
The
For real.
place was Selenoyarsk in the Soviet Union. We were enemies. I was with the GRU. You were still fighting for America.
Yep. This is MGS 3.
1964.
For any people that don't
Its
remember,
objective, the assassination of the
that never,
legendary
that don't,
soldier
they
known
never,
as
they didn't play the games
Boss.
back to back like I did.
When you
You're not a real
returned home
MGS fan if you didn't sit
successful,
down and
they
play
awarded
them
you the
back to back to
title
back
Big Boss.
over the course of
Your CO
January,
Zero sought to
Mar-
carry on the boss's
February,
will by
March,
covertly
April,
establishing his
May,
own organization.
June. Oh,
You knew
each
the
game
original
1 month.
members from Operation Snake Eater. From America, there was David O, or as he was to you, Major Zero. Donald Anderson, aka Sigint. Dr. Clark, who went by paramedic
Which is funny,
during the
that doesn't
operation.
add up.
And the fourth, you. From China, there was Eva. And me, Ocelot, from the Soviet Union.
Oh, he's just basically
6
talking
in
about
total.
how we
To us,
made
government
the,
notions of friend and foe were meaningless.
whatchamacallit.
As were East and West.
I forget what
We
they
joined
called
forces
it.
by our will alone. Our objective was to fulfill the boss's dying wish, to make the world one. And to do it, Zero used the
Philosopher's Legacy,
Philosopher's
yeah.
Legacy.
No,
The
use.
secret war fund you
I forget what
obtained
we
during
called
Operation
ourselves.
Snake Eater. This organization would go on to become Cypher. I, on the other hand, was left with the problem. You only recovered half of the legacy. I had to locate the other half myself. When I found the funds, I passed them on to Zero, just as you wanted.
I still trusted him in those days.
We thought what he was doing was the boss's will, until he started that one project.
Les enfants terribles, Zero called it.
You parted ways, as did Eva, leaving only Anderson and Clark still with him. I maintained limited contact, although truth be told, we were just keeping tabs on one another. The reason was always you. After you returned to the Army and created Foxhound, you left America. For a time, even I'd lost track of you. I'd imagine Zero did too. You always were the best when it came to hide and seek. Zero created
That was Peace Walker,
Cypher,
basically,
an information
right?
network to tap into every corner of the globe. Woven together,
Like what
Cypher's
happened- or was
arteries
that,
make the world
Portable
just one
Ops,
big
maybe?
organism. And that's not all. It also monitors the thorn in Zero's side. That's you, tracking your coordinates wherever you might go. The further you strayed from your roots, the larger Zero became. It's as if he was trying to close the gap between you. But before long, he disappeared from public life. Only a few people had direct contact with him. For a time, I was one of them. Then a year after you fell into your coma, he slipped out of sight entirely. Since then, nothing. No photos, no recordings, not even a reliable rumor as to his whereabouts. I tried every method I could think of, but Zero was gone. Freed of his control, his creation, his power continued to grow. Cypher is a great beast, and Zero was its spine. But even without him, it's endured, evolved. But now its body is rotting, riddled with parasites. Parasites like the ones who attacked you 9 years ago in the Caribbean, and then at the hospital. Cypher's Black Ops Unit, XOF. They learned where you were, and came to wipe the slate clean.
Damn. So did we, in 4, did we find out where Zero was? Because he kind of just, Big Boss just showed up with them at the end. And it was just very obtuse, absurd. I don't know what the word is. But that's interesting. So they are just alluring to the fact that at some point they just lost track of Zero and have no idea what happened to him and where he was doing, but his power continued to grow. and then at 4 he just shows up. I'm not too sure.
Christmas Eve, 1979. The Soviet Union rolled into Afghanistan. Muslims had revolted against the Soviet-friendly regime established the year before. The DRA forces could no longer contain it themselves, so the Soviets went in to intervene. The Afghan government was powerless and fraught with infighting. They lost the hearts and minds of the people, and that alarmed the Soviet leadership. With the Islamic Revolution happening in Iran, the Soviets felt they had to act fast or risk the spread of Islamic revivalism. A superpower, sending a motorized rifle division against men on horseback with antique rifles. Everyone thought it'd be over in an instant, only it wasn't.
Yeah.
Some Muslims made their fight a jihad, a holy war, and began a guerrilla campaign on all fronts. A war of attrition. These fighters call themselves Mujahideen. They're being supported by the West through Pakistan. That's why Miller was involved.
What?
He was training them near the Zero Line,
How is
sponsored by
Pakistan
the
considered
CIA.
the West?
The war has become a nightmare for the Soviet troops stationed here. They thought they'd be headed home in 6 months at the most. Then a year passed. 2 years. Now here we are 4 years on with no exit in sight. Afghanistan has become the Soviet Union's Vietnam.
Okay.
The Soviet troops on the ground
Is
want
that
to go
real?
home, but at least they have
Is that a
homes to
real,
go back to.
like,
The
fight
Afghans
that
have
went
lost
on?
theirs. The Soviets destroy the kishlaks, villages, wherever they can. They burn down homes and fields, fill in wells, turn pastures into minefields. It's created a mass of refugees who fled to Pakistan. If the Mujahideen are fish swimming around the villages, the Soviets will go so far as to dry out their ocean. But this has had a big price. There's bitter resentment among the Afghans, and they're taking out their anger on the soldiers on the front lines. Among the Mujahideen are the Pashtun people. They're fiercely devoted to their code of Badal, or revenge. Soviets they've captured have had their hands, feet, and noses cut off before being left to die at the side of the road, just to show their comrades what they're capable of. Friendlies who come across them can do nothing but put them out of their misery. Then they burn down another village in retaliation. And the cycle of vengeance goes on.
And last but not least, he's gonna tell us about the man on fire. Is that what's his face? Please tell us that's what's his face.
I wanted to ask you about the man on fire. What do you remember from the hospital? Anything we can use?
Well, he took off the moment the sprinklers started up.
Sprinklers? The fire system?
And when he got sprayed with water from the burst pipe, it slowed him down.
When we escaped on horseback, he wouldn't cross the river either.
And then it started to rain. And he disappeared.
Water against fire. Is it that simple? I mean, it makes sense. It's just hard to believe it would work on a guy like that.
Okay, that's not what I thought. That's not what I thought. I kind of thought we were going to get a little bit more lore. How did I get to... Oh, I can't go to the cassette tapes. Good thing I pressed Y when I did.
Please select a mission.
I've taken the job offers Diamond Dogs has received and made a list of those I want you to consider. Which ones you accept is your call. The objectives of the missions I've added are prisoner rescue, facility sabotage, and high-value target elimination. Probably all a walk in the park for you, but they should help you get back on your feet. I put the mission details on a cassette tape. Refer to it if you decide to accept the mission. We'll receive GMP for completing missions, and extracting soldiers and prisoners will boost our ranks. Building up Mother Base is the first step to achieving our goal. If that means wet work, so be it. We're gonna have to get our hands dirty. I hope you're rested up, because we're not stopping. Not until the pain is gone. The future of Diamond Dogs is in your hands. We're counting on you, boss.
Okay, dude, again. For people that say they don't like Peace Walker, I think it's the graphical issue. Don't get me wrong. Do not get me wrong. I am someone that's like, yeah, I won't play it because of the graphics. Like, don't get me wrong, I am that person. But if you are a Metal Gear Solid fan and you say you don't like Peace Walker, There are maybe I don't honestly, because I didn't write these down. I'm gonna say there's 3 main talking points that this game just carries over, that you should just go back and play. One, the story. The story is a direct continuation. So besides listening to all those tapes, you could go and actually play the game and figure out and have a way better experience, way better time experiencing the story. 2, it's basically just 3D Peace Walker. It's all it is. It's just 3D Peace Walker. The mother base management, the R&D, the Fulton recovery system, the GMP, the having to have a high enough level and a certain amount of people to actually craft the items, the going in. Now the thing that's obviously different is because since it was a PSP title, it couldn't have the open world that it is, but the small little towns that you're in, it plays just like Peace Walker. You're going in, extracting. This is the mission structure of Peace Walker. Oh, I'm gonna do this, go in, do this mission, but the only upside to this is that it's free roam. Like, don't get me wrong, the cutscenes are not cutscenes, they're comic book cutscenes, but I understand why it's called Peace Walker. But this game's already topping it. It's just because it's 3D graphical, it is very good. I like it. We'll just go with the first one.
Mission accepted. Mission not accepted.
Farming villages in southern Vahan have been subjected to a strategic bombing campaign the past several weeks. The damage is spreading. It's part of the Soviet Scorched Earth operation aimed at wiping out the guerrillas. The target this time is the commander of a Spetsnaz detachment. He's been key to the operation's success. People say this guy's responsible for annihilating the Mujahideen at Tismasi Laman, the Hamid fighters, overnight. He's a tough, experienced commander. Don't underestimate him. The order from my client in the west is to shoot on sight. They want him out of the picture for good. Sorry, boss. This one's purely business. Wet work. A hit on a commanding officer of the Soviet military. Nothing personal. We're only doing this because it gets us one step closer to our goal.
Okay. So
Mission
could
accepted.
I Fulton recover him? Let's do this
Heading
one.
to Afghanistan.
Oh, we have a whole loadout. Select equipment, primary weapons. We got a Graz assault rifle, Delta 114 pistol, support weapons. Dude, this is so cool. Phantom cigar. Oh, that's the vape. That is the vape. How do I... Oh, select buddy. No vehicle. Okay. No, go... We always gotta have the scarf. And what's that one? Tiger Stripe? Is that a better one? Yeah, rocky surfaces. Okay, yeah, we'll do that one. I have all the DLC stuff, but I guess I have to... What do you call it? Craft it? Alright, well... Yeah, let's just go in right now. Episode 3, A Hero's Way. You have to get to mission 22.
Your target is a Spetsnaz detachment commander. Your orders are to take him out. With skills like his, it'd be a shame to waste him. But I'll leave the method up to you. Boss, make your way to Dishago Calais and eliminate the target.
So I want to say the punished part is, what do you call it? Because I've been punished, or I'm gonna do punishing. Call me the Punisher. Oh, there's.
Careful down there, boss.
No worried. Oh shit! Nope, not what I wanted. Oh no, prone. I already know how to roll. I may have to turn tips off.
We can use compounds from plants to make medicine or poison for use in new weapons and equipment. Take a look at the plants list on your iDroid to see which ones we need. Then go find them if you get the chance. It'll keep the staff happy too.
I'm just gonna get them all, don't worry. Wait. Okay, I was like, where do we go?
You've arrived at the objective. Your target should be somewhere in that outpost. And don't forget, He has a Spetsnaz recon detail with him. Keep your guard up.
Alright, let's see here, boys and ladies. There's a small percentage of ladies in the chat. Let's go ahead and mark everybody.
That's the sturdiest building in the area. It'd be perfect for the target to hole up in.
Говорят, Хамиду сейчас Россия ломан.
Take a good look at their faces so we can ID the
Похоже,
targets.
гражданским тоже досталось.
That's a military four-wheel drive.
Ooh, look at that.
Anti-air radar. Neutralize that, and our choppers can breathe a little easier.
Okay, duly noted. We're gonna try to do that. I don't know how, but we'll try. Okay, just testing, just testing. I wanted to see if they'd hear me.
That's communications equipment used by the outpost CP. It must be how they keep in touch with headquarters. If you destroy it, you might be able to cut off the CP from their HQ.
I think that's everybody. Well, let's hope so. Wonder if that's a rope we can climb up. I think you may have to like throw a grenade at it or something, which is something we can't afford to do.
Those materials have already been processed. It may not be much, but we can use them straight away if you bring them back to base.
You're gonna look the other way? I think it may be better to go the other way. We'll go the long way around. There's no telling what he's gonna do. Yes.
Talk. He speaks Russian. What we need is an interpreter. The main principle of intelligence work is intel gathering. That's a problem if you don't speak the enemy's language. We need a staff member with the interpreter skill to do a simultaneous interpretation.
Hopefully, because he's Russian, he'll be able to be a translator.
You gonna extract him?
Yeah, I'm going to extract him. Why not? That was like the whole thing in Peace Walker. I'd knock out the enemy and I'd take him for ourselves. Okay, I was about to say, did I hit him or not? Oh, I only get 11. So I'm gonna hold off on Fulton extractioning anybody. Where's he at? Oh, that guy? Oh, we're not gonna worry about that guy. Yes, more materials. Oh, yes. Alright, so let's see if we can lure. Actually. I was like, am I hitting him or not? Yes, go after him. Let's get one of these guys.
He's coming too. Roger that.
Dude, he sounds like he doesn't want any new recruits.
So when sandstorms come in, sandstorms effectively make you blind and deaf. But that goes for the enemy too. Use the situation to your advantage.
Okay. I'm gonna try that.
You destroyed their anti-air radar? It wasn't one of the targets, but that's put a hole in their air surveillance. The chopper will be able to get in close now. You can designate a landing zone near the outpost.
Dude, hell yeah.
СКП, понял. Немедленно проверить и встать оперативную сводку. Конец связи.
They don't suspect a thing. Oh, what a shame. Kids of America, holy shit, I want that soundtrack.
Either destroy that or turn it off to shut off all the lights and surveillance cameras in the outpost. But of course, the enemy will realize something's up. If you're gonna do it, be quick.
Where is it? Yes.
The enemy's given up their search for you. But they're not giving the all clear just yet. Stay alert.
No worries, we're good.
Boss, intelligence work is all about observation and gathering information. Start by using your people.
Oh, please, hopefully they won't see me. Oh, dude, that's a lot of people out there.
Sun will set shortly.
Oh, please don't find me up here. I fucked up. I fucked up highly.
That looks like the target.
Okay. I'm not gonna kill him. I'm gonna take him with us.
Target confirmed dead. Your objective's complete.
Extraction.
Exfiltrate out of the hot zone by chopper or on land. Don't hang around.
Extraction failed.
Oh, okay. So it can't be like Peace Walker. I think it'll.
Extract him.
Yeah, I think it'll be worth extracting all these people.
Extraction failed.
Oh, it failed. 0% chance to Fulton recovery. But does 0% chance mean 0% or like 0.0000001% chance?
Please select a landing zone.
Can we not? Is that the closest one? Yeah.
Support helicopter
Roger.
requested.
Just testing out, not testing, but just making sure we got everything before we leave.
This is Pequot. On station at LZ.
Alright, I'm here. Don't worry.
Warning.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Dude, yes.
Development project has been added.
Mission complete, boss.
Oh, we got a B? Aw. Why? Why'd we get a B? It was probably because we got caught. That and we killed a bunch of people. I don't care about the end credits. Support helicopter armament can now be developed. Oh, nice.
How you feeling, boss? Getting used to being in the field again?
Yeah.
Having choppers and horse at your disposal is indispensable for operating in the wilds of Afghanistan. I've gone ahead and arranged for you to be able to develop and customize weaponry for support choppers. And you can also develop new equipment for D-Horse if you like. Use your iDroid to start development as needed.
Why is it called D-Horse? Special volunteers. Amber Fox. Okay, she's a bee. Gold Fox.
Remember the guys you brought back from the base in Cuba 9 years ago? Believe it or not, some of them survived that hell we went through. Word reached them that Big Boss is back and they wanted in.
Oh,
They're
shit.
good men. Our brothers in fate. They'll be glad to know you've seen them here.
Hell yeah, we got 2 B's and a C. 2 C's. Oh, was that the 5 guys that we, like, saved when we saved Chico? Hulking Crow, Black Cat, these guys are D. Troublemaker? Is that what he said? Interesting. I need someone that speaks Russian.
Side ops list
By
updated.
connecting your iDroid to the onboard computer, you turn the chopper into your own Aerial Command Center, or ACC.
Okay.
Some elements of staff assignment and R&D of weapons and items can only be performed from there. Take as long as you need to consider all your options.
Okay. At Mother Base, the Mist unit.
Kaz, what about the unit that attacked us in the mist? You knew something about them.
That wasn't my first run-in with them. It happened right before I was captured by the Soviets. We were on the zero line that day, the Afghan side, on our way back from training the Mujahideen at a mountain camp in Kunar province. There's a lot of that work in Afghanistan. Most PFs shy away from it because it draws too much attention. But for us, that was the whole point. The job itself went great. We just had to make it back to a tribal area in Pakistan. But all of a sudden, visibility got real bad. It was no sandstorm. Our point man gave this strange report. He said he could see skulls in the mist. Skulls.
Ooh.
The next moment he went silent. We scrambled into formation, right before his arms and legs came raining down on us. It was always supposed to be a dangerous mission, so I had Diamond Dog's very best with me. We were calling out to each other. But one by one, the voices just went dead. Whatever happened to me, I lost consciousness before I knew it. When I came to, I was in a Soviet camp, tied to an interrogation chair.
Could they be some new Spetsnaz unit?
No. The ones that interrogated me were just the average rank and file. Whatever group attacked us, the way they moved was just insane. And that mist, appearing out of nowhere. The Soviets don't have tech like that.
If they did, Ocelot would have heard about it.
I doubt the West does either. Otherwise, the folks at Langley would be sleeping a lot easier.
Why'd they come after you?
Wish I knew. I'm the only one who survived. Though I don't think they planned it that way. If I was their target, they wouldn't have just handed me over to the 40th Army. Whatever the case, we need to watch our step.
Interesting that during the 9 years, Cause and everyone was fighting fights basically to take eyes off of me. That is, oh dude, it makes me appreciate the relationship with them so much more.
Relationship, though a mutually beneficial one. Cypher had no army of their own, so they wanted us. They wanted our strength. They approached me as a potential business partner.
But they had other motives.
Cypher coaxed us into Central America, into that US-Soviet proxy war, to fuel Mother Base's growth. Once we were big enough, they'd force us to join them. That was the plan.
That's why they had Paz still Zeke.
Right. And if we refused, she would use Zeke to fire a nuke from Mother Base. The world would consider us a liability, and countries would unite to destroy us.
We stopped the launch.
And yet they still took us down. Through that fake inspection they orchestrated to cover up their sabotage. That power Cypher wanted. We don't have it anymore. So why are they still after you? Is it just the fear of leaving you alive?
I don't know. Was Zero really... All I know is the man I knew wouldn't want this.
What do you mean?
We have to consider that it might not be Zero we're dealing with.
We know virtually nothing about Cypher anymore. How big they've gotten, what they want, or even who they really are.
What?
The new Mother Base started out as a test drilling rig operated by a mineral resources supplier, but their project fell through. The Seychelles government was happy to hand the place over to us. It was just scrap on stilts.
How did we lose track of Cypher
like that? So with a few dummy
that?
construction companies set up as fronts, we started renovating the half-finished rig. From the outside, it looked like the project was back on rails.
Kaz, you...
What?
I see what you're doing. Recreating the Mother Base we had 9 years ago. Only this time.
That's right. The Mother Base Cypher thought they destroyed will return from the grave to kill them. We'll prove to the world that we were the victors.
And if we lose again?
They can't fool us the same way twice. Now our enemies are in plain sight. And when our organization gets too big, we split it across companies. Any company that draws attention gets liquidated, and its capital is back-channeled into a new company. Most PFs are small-time operations anyway. And in this business, the minnows go bankrupt all the time. We've never aroused suspicion. Plus, we have Hewick.
Hewick?
Human Exploitation Company. It's a business specializing in intel gathering. Think of it as a civilian intelligence agency.
Kaz, that's...
Remember what they were trying to accomplish at the prison facility in Cuba? That gave me the idea. We dispatch moles into conflict zones around the world, and each sets up an intel network on site. Then they stay in place to give us stable points of contact when other nations intervene in the conflicts. Hewick's strength is that it has a cutout at each level. You get your job from one guy, then you hand it off to another. No one has direct access. It's a perfect black box. Hewick members also work their way into the superpowers intelligence agencies to make sure Diamond Dogs gets work. We have those countries by the balls. That's our deterrent when we need it.
Networking? In the intelligence community?
Sure, that's how we've grown this far. And when you go out on missions, intel from Hewick will be there to back you up. But despite all that, Cypher has its eyes on us.
Crazy.
The only reason I'm not dead is that they needed
Dude, Kaz is a smart motherfucker. That is someone you want on your team.
Yeah.
And
make their own surveillance work
oh, dude, to have someone that can see the strategic moves like that and
I've gotten used to
is like,
that's not all.
It's so cool to see that.
Scout the market. And with the West wanting the Soviets out of Afghanistan, their agencies are bursting at the seams with funding. Boss, let's start by building up our Afghan presence.
Why put Mother Base in the Seychelles?
We're at the center of the world here.
We're all the way out in the Indian Ocean.
Come on. Lebanon, Sri Lanka, East Timor, and Africa. From here, our reach extends to conflict zones the world over, including Afghanistan, of course.
So it's prime real estate for a mercenary.
Exactly. Latin America isn't as close as I'd like, But we have Amanda and her people to help in that department. And
Okay,
besides,
Amanda's still helping
the
us out.
Seychelles
That's pretty
government
cool.
owes us a favor.
Owes us.
The Seychelles has strong ties to the east, which the west wanted to shake up. It came to a head 3 years ago in an attempted coup. It was a force of South African mercenaries with U.S. backing behind the scenes. They were only platoon size, but South Africa is home to some heavy PFs, too much for the Seychelles to handle. In the end, they accepted help from the Tanzanian army and quelled the coup. We set up the deal and handled on-site tactical instruction. That led to some training work for the Seychelles military. And when we put down a mutiny within their forces, well, we made a lot of people happy. They don't pay us. They just let us have a piece of their offshore territory on the promise we'll come running if something else happens.
So we're bodyguards, too.
It's a good setup. We can only take Mother Base so far here. We'll have to find somewhere else when this place starts getting big.
Aren't you being a little hasty?
Nothing hasty about it. You're back with us now.
Yeah, and we moved pretty damn
Kaz,
quick.
The ship that took us from Cyprus, it used to be a whaler.
Yeah, a Japanese vessel. How was the voyage?
It was... stimulating.
Well, she was part of a whaling fleet up until a few years ago. Her displacement isn't anything to write home about, but she can really move. She still had plenty of life left in her, but then the work dried up. Global opposition to whaling has been mounting for years.
Is that right?
The push to ban it has been gaining traction for a little over a decade. Individual species came under protection as the years went on, and then 2 years ago the IWC adopted a moratorium on commercial whaling. Several countries, including Japan, fought it to the bitter end, but eventually most whaling companies had no choice but to throw in the towel. You ever tried whale snake?
Can't say that I have.
When I was a kid in Japan, practically everybody ate it.
That good, huh?
The country was poor in those days, and whale was cheap. International opinions changed since then. In any case, that's why we were
Which is
able to
why
get a bargain
whaling
price on the
is
ship.
bad, but I like
Of course,
doesn't I think
we did end up
Japanese
spending 5 times the
not
purchase
Japanese
price in modifications.
Japan
We
still
had to
has
really
some
work to fit in all
whaling.
the ESM and communications gear while keeping the whaler look intact. Right now she's going around conducting SIGINT missions. In the future we plan to use her as a communications relay base between you and Mother Base, and also as a chopper resupply vessel.
Okay,
Diamond
we're
docks.
gonna have a ship.
The word diamond originally comes from the Greek adamas. It means indomitable, unyielding. Other words for the stones often mean eternal bond, fortitude, or purity. The same is true of the Star of Bethlehem flowers you laid on the boss's grave. They represent innocence, as well as chastity, yielding to no man while maintaining one's virtue. In other words, staying loyal to something.
Loyal dogs is basically what he says. Instead of us sitting here and actually just calling ourselves, yeah, we're loyal dogs, we're diamond dogs, we're loyal to the end. We have each other's backs. Like, oh my god, I love that. I love that so much. That is so cool. Only 2% done. I love it. Oh. Oh, what is that? Hold on. We've got photos on the, Look at that! That is so cool! Wait, why is that one flipped over? Who is that? Who's that supposed to be? Who do we have our arm on? That's, our crew so far? Oh, I've got to press start. Viewing the iDroid's help menu. Okay.
Marketplace.
Oh, this is the whole map. Jeez. This place is large. Staff management. We can't put these guys anywhere just yet. Mother Base XO. Hugs and kisses. Tactical instructor. Lessons drops and moral among staff unit. Why is he locked? So we've only have R&D and support team. So yeah. B, D. I mean, yeah. If I won't have to do much if it just auto assigns. We don't have these other ones yet, so. Oh. What? A list of wild animals you have taken in. Is this just like viewing them through the thing, or do I actually have to capture them? uncommons. Tarragon is super rare, and I assume I've caught a code name awarded to newly awakened soldiers. Yeah, so that will be our whole playthrough. Whose weapon of choice was the chicken hat? Interesting. Posters, memento. Okay, so wait, hold on. Direct contract. Okay, so causes trouble within unit, giving staff PTSD. Okay. It doesn't get rid of it, so I'm just assuming that just means new, but I don't need to actually do anything. Ooh, speaker. Heavy duty outboard speaker, a sound broadcast device developed to raise friendly unit morale and as a form of psychological warfare against the enemy. However, its effectiveness in actual combat is yet unclear. That is so cool. Okay. Western track. Parade track. Oh, dude, look at all these weapons we can start unlocking. Yes, yes. Sneaking snoot. Sneaking suit. Black Ocelot. NS sneaking suit. Tuxedo jumpsuit for Ava. Let's make sure we capture cage. Oh, for catching animals and stuff. A Revnik sniper, no. And a wet, why would we want a wet box? Oh, what the fuck? What the fuck is that? The ZEV equipable by security team staff. I wish there was a mark all as red. I wish there was a Mosin-Nagant I could get. At some point, I bet I will be able to get a Mosin-Nagant. I was hoping that I can get some C4. Oh yeah, 40,000. Yeah, we need some C4. Wait, oh, that's our scope. Never mind. I thought that was something completely different. We definitely want to get that leveled up as much as we can. Ooh, special sneaking suits. Okay, we already got that one. Ooh, okay, the boss sneaking suit. What? I like. Hold on. We should have enough, right? Oh, 30,000? Damn. Oh, we have one left? What? Where?
Please specify a project.
In the clothing? Oh, wet work. I didn't touch wet work. This one I don't get. Yeah, that I'm not gonna worry too much about. Side ops. Okay. Yes! Yes, an extract. Yes, we're gonna do this.
Select a landing zone.
We're gonna do extract an interpreter. Holy shit, we need to do this. Basically have all items. All tools. Okay. Oh, dude, it says Diamond Dogs on it. That's cool. Why does that cost 500? Yeah, I'm just gonna do that one. I don't care if it takes 500. All-weather survival and infiltration suit designed to be heat, water, and shock resistant while also maintaining optimum body temperature. The noise-dampening soles eliminate the sound of footsteps. In FOB missions, this uniform prevents your body heat from being detected by NVG-equipped enemies. It cost us some GMP to wear a uniform. Why is it called Black Ocelot? Because our scarf's red? So if we just did standard. Okay, yeah. So fatigues NS. What is NS? Oh, standard issue worn by Naked Snake during Operation Snake Eater. Oh, cool. This is his original uniform. And then this is the sneaking suit that he wore in. Oh, dude. So, okay. There's that sneaking suit in this game, and let's go to the other one. This is the sneaking suit for MGSV. Ooh. Is that the canonical? Is that canonically what we should be wearing? Why is that 1,000 GP? This one also has damage resistance? This one doesn't? No. Oh yeah, we're gonna go with this one. No head options.
Deploying.
Dude, hell yeah, man.
The side ops list is comprised of problems we need you to resolve. Objectives to be completed, and information gained from the soldiers and prisoners you've extracted. These aren't missions per se, but if you can take care of them when you're free, I'd appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. Well, I mean, we need this one. This one is a huge game changer. Getting this interpreter is going to basically change the way we play the game.
Be careful down there, boss.
No, you guys aren't gonna even know.
You gotta extract him. That wild dog pup. He's a tough little guy. Boss, this is no time to be playing with animals. What are you gonna do, boss?
Oh. Dude, I'm gonna take him in. What are you talking about? Look at the little guy. Look at the little guy. Why, did he just shit himself?
Roger that. We'll pick him up.
Did the dog just shit himself? What a crazy thing of events just to happen right now. We drop into the mission, we instantly get spotted, and then we instantly have it rescue a dog that then may or may not have shit itself.
Marker placed.
Like, what? Where's the first marker? I have no idea. Oh wait, I think down here. Oh no. Okay, I don't have no idea. Oh no, okay, good. Duly noted. I can just jump off at any time. No, I'm just thinking, I wonder if rescuing that dog was like...
We found out there's an English-speaking soldier somewhere in the region. He's a language specialist. His role is to translate information related to the West into Russian. If we can get him to join us, we'll have the upper hand in information warfare. Find this language specialist and extract him.
Yeah, no problem.
Development project has been added.
But I was saying, I wonder if that's a reference to Resident Evil 4, rescuing the dog. Alright, let's see if we can get out of this clean. No fights.
That's the target.
You're gonna... Dude, the way he is just rushing over here. Like he's actually gonna do something. Nothing's gonna happen, bro. Aha, gotcha.
Talk.
Your English is pretty good, American soldier.
Spit it out.
If you need help with Russian, I can help. I can translate. They don't tell me anything. Let me go. Yeah, I need to bring you outside just so I can take you away. Don't worry. You're gonna be safe. You're gonna be safe. I just gotta put you to sleep real quick.
Side op completed.
Yes,
Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Unit function added.
Oh wait, no.
Boss, that language specialist you extracted has been very cooperative. Says he's always dreamed of living a free life, like folks in the West. What are the odds, huh? I've gone ahead and placed him in the support unit. His job is Russian interpretation. Now you'll know what Soviet soldiers are saying. You can even interrogate them. Should give you an edge in the mission.
Dude, hell yeah. I'm assuming that's it. There's no other people.
Golden Crescent. It's a type of medicinal plant. We can use that to make tranquilizer rounds more potent.
Marker removed. Marker removed.
What is that? Golden Crescent. Oh, it's just telling me what I just did.
Marker removed. Marker placed.
There we go. I'm at A. I want to go, because there's more than just one skilled soldier, it seems like. And then why are the alert level moderate? Okay. Come on, come get me, buddy. I guess we shouldn't leave this guy by himself.
Extraction.
They're 2,000 meters away.
Say, boss. You see many animals in the field. Truth is, an environmental NGO has asked us to remove wild animals from combat zones. If you have the time, can you extract some back here? There's a reward in it for us.
Okay. I'm gonna try. And then I would assume just Fulton recovery it like normal? Okay, I didn't get any achievement or anything for that. Alrighty guys, so we've made it to the other guy. There probably was an easier way, but I traversed 3,000 kilometers to come over here.
That's the target.
Ooh, it's a sniper. Ooh. Okay. Okay. I know how we're gonna approach this guy. Get the fuck out of my way, sheep. Okay, just 3 of them. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do.
Spit it out.
Our specialist is posted here. Whatever. We got him.
Side op completed. Extraction.
He's coming too. Roger that.
I love how they drop their hats.
You gonna extract him?
Yeah, why not? That's it, right? That's oh, wrong button. That's everyone, right? Yeah. Alright, so let's call mission list.
Please select a mission.
Oh, wait, B? We got a B for... Wait, extracted the Spetsnaz commander. Didn't I do that? Secured the processed materials hidden in the Shao village. What? Hold on. The Shao village. In there? Oh, whatever. I'm not worried about that. I'm just worried about, I guess, the main thing. Can we do staff management here? No. I mean, yes. I'm pretty sure I could move these. Yeah. Are these side missions? Missions available. Yeah. What?
Mission accepted. The map has been updated.
Oh, shit. Holy fuck. Oh, fuck. There is none. We've just got to go back on our own. Shit. Alright, well, I'm very confused about the mission objective thing. Is there like one mission objective but a bunch of side mission objectives within one mission? What? Okay, so what is this? Dude, that's literally an iPod plugin. Didn't we already start Abrams? What?
Your target is a Spetsnaz detachment commander. Your orders are to take him out. With skills like his, it'd be a shame to waste him. But I'll leave the method up to you. Boss, make your way to Deshago Calais and eliminate the target.
Okay, hold on. Wait, now the mission list is gone. Okay. Neutralized the Spetsnaz commander from long distance, more than 100 meters. Extracted the Spetsnaz commander. I thought what? I think I'm just repeating the mission. Yeah, we already did this. So yeah, I kind of figured I was just redoing another mission. Oh, wait, I'm just gonna wait.
Side ops list updated.
I've received daily bonus rewards. Okay. Okay, I guess there's daily bonus rewards. Okay, so I got confused. So we extracted the Russian interpreters. That's okay. Right, SMG, no. Mission. I was like very confused at what this was and that there was like different like side objectives on how we got S rank and stuff like that, I guess. So I did the wrong mission. So I spent way too much time. I'm gonna say too much time doing that. So we're gonna do the C2W.
Mission accepted.
And we're gonna keep the same stuff. Oh, that's right, we gotta set an arrival time. If you are discovered while the enemy is unaware of your presence, the game will slow down. Alright, episode 4, C2W. Oh, I didn't do the mission objective. What, briefing.
Boss, you need to disable the Soviets' reinforcement system by putting a hole in their base-to-base comms network. Head for the Eastern Communications Post and destroy its comms equipment. First, use the binoculars to locate the communications equipment at the facility.
Can do.
Be careful down there, boss.
Okay, yeah, dude, I should have just chosen 4 from... I understand how this game is being played now. I think I'm fully understanding.
You made it. First, use the binoculars to locate the communications equipment at the facility. First, you have to identify the targets. Recon the site with your binoculars. Once you know where the targets are, take them out to put their network out of action. How you do that is up to you. Keep in mind that time doesn't stop while you use the iDroid. You can even move around while using it, but pay attention to your surroundings.
What the fuck? That's a fake guy.
First, you have to identify the targets. Recon the site with your binoculars.
See, I wish that actually works. Oh wait, do I have C4?
Thinking of using C4? It's an explosive that you detonate by remote control after you've planted it.
Oh, there he is. Oh, dude, these people need to leave me alone.
Those are raw diamonds. Collecting them as assets will raise our GMP. That antenna is one of the targets. There should be more. Keep looking. That's a transceiver antenna. Take out all of them to shut down the enemy's local comms network.
Dude, we're so... Well, I'm surprised we're able to do this. We're so bad at this.
Alright, now get to a safe distance before you set it on. To detonate it, hold the ready button and then press the action button.
Oh, they notice it?
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
They notice the Fulton recovery. That's crazy.
He's coming too. Roger that.
I didn't... What? Kept you waiting, huh? I'll take that, I guess.
Objective. Now get out of the hot zone.
Has been updated.
Is there a way to heal myself? No!
Let the support unit help out if you need to restock. Transmit a request from your iDroid and I'll send supplies right away.
I was like, please. stash of processed materials here.
That is
All right, well that could have went better, but it didn't. I wonder if I can blow this open. No.
You destroyed their anti-air radar? It wasn't one of the targets, but that's put a hole in their air surveillance. The chopper will be able to get in close now. You can designate a landing zone near the outpost.
Oh, so those are whole cargo containers of materials that I could extract. Okay, okay, I get it.
You gotta extract him.
Dude, he sounds like so condescending. He like, we need people in our base, but he doesn't want me to just capture anybody, it seems like. Oh, dang it, I thought I'd be able to make that.
A dumpster. Looks big enough to hide somebody. You could stash a downed enemy in there, or hide in it yourself. Just don't stand too close to me afterward.
Alright, well, I guess, yeah, let's call in... Oh, music. This track has been set as your helicopter arrival music. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, there's a little, whatchamacallit there, but... I don't think anything of too big of interest.
This is Pequod. Arriving shortly at LZ. This is Pequod. On station at LZ.
I'm here. Don't worry. Oh, there was a poster. Oh, we missed a poster. No.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Development project has been added.
Mission complete. Great work.
At Mother Base, what happened to old Mother Base members? Base development unit has been established.
Our army is growing like crazy thanks to you, boss. In fact, it's getting downright crowded around here. To bring a greater number of people on board, we'll need to expand our facilities. To that end, I've created a base development unit. It has two roles, material refinement and platform construction. I'll start with the material refinement part. The base development unit procures material resources on a regular basis according to its level. The materials are stored in containers and placed on the deck of Mother Base. Once they're finished being processed, they can finally be put to use. By using these materials to build new platforms, we'll be able to add a greater number of staff to our ranks. We don't need any specific instructions from you to refine the materials, but I want you to be the one to decide how we construct platforms.
Oh, okay.
Once we have sufficient GMP and the required material resources, you can issue construction orders from your iDroid.
Okay, so we get to customize, and then that's everyone that we got. Someone has a little symbol next to them, all D, they all suck.
Prolonged time in the field is bad for the body and mind. I think it's time you took a break. Do it for me. Come back to Mother Base ASAP.
Oh man, we still had one more mission to do. But that's fine, I kind of wanted to explore Mother Base anyway. Oh, Kaz is looking so much better. Oh wait, no, that's not Kaz.
Come back.
Oh, there's the dog, Dee. Yeah, it's the little hound, foxhound we found.
Here's the dog you brought back. Bit of a troublemaker. Not sure about the breed, though. He'll get bigger? Uh-huh. Like this. You know, I can look after him. He's still a pup, so he doesn't listen. I have a feeling someday he'll be useful. I suspect you discovered a real diamond in the rough.
Oh, hell yeah, we did.
A little polish. I'd say we got a true diamond dog on our hands.
Oh, I don't have the patch on. He's missing an eye! Oh my god! Oh my god!
Right.
Big Boss has his own diamond dog!
Oslet raising hounds. Fine. Come on, dude.
What is... Oh, time's passing? Did I just smoke my phantom cigar to pass time?
We've received a back channel request from Langley. We're to find a piece of new American military hardware that's gone missing in the mountains of Afghanistan. It's a difficult mission. I'd say you're back in top form by now. Check your Android for the details.
Okay. Test your skills with range of task. Achieving the task set for your challenge. Okay, well, we get bonus GMP pick and choose. Be aware that the list can only be displayed while playing in online mode. Yeah. Oh, okay. Eliminate enemy with a headshot from at least 100 meters away in Where Do the Bees Sleep? Perform a total of 50 markings. Increase mother base staff to 50 or more personal. Achieved a music tapes collected rate of 25%. Okay. Achieved a bond level of 25% with D-Horse. Interesting. So we can have bond levels with our horse. Achieved mission task. Complete the mission without triggering reflex mode in the prologue. Oh. Oh. And then we got us A+ staff. I love this type of gameplay. This gameplay is so... Dude, this triggers my... Like, I have to get it. I have to get every single little thing. Oh my god, you're telling me I can get 2 R&D people by doing exactly what they tell me to do? Oh my god, dude, yes. Yes, I love this. I love this system. But it just may take making the episodes take longer, and not for you, but for like me, my recording, because it's like, dude, it took me 30 minutes just to do this one thing. And then, yes, I love this. Okay, we got some tapes to listen to.
Please select a mission.
Okay, we have Over the Fence, which would be 5. Where Did the Bees Sleep is number 6. Extract the engineer who tried to defect. I say, I don't know how long this episode's going to be. I'm fine with the first 2 to 3 episodes being extremely long because of exposition, story, and just getting through. Because basically with games like Metal Gear Solid that have a robust system put in place, or a rich story, mainly Hideo Kojima's games, but there's other games like that, like Cyberpunk and stuff like that. I keep saying it, stuff like that. But in games like that, the meat and potatoes of the game is past the prologue or intro, or once every mechanic has been laid out for the player to do, besides like ones that are meant to be unlocked later. But I feel like that's where we're headed right now, is like maybe after chapter 5 and is where we'll start getting, maybe after next episode we'll start getting back to our regular like 1 hour 15-20 minute episodes. Because with this one, we have a lot to listen to as well.
This war, the Kremlin never expected to have this much trouble against the Mujahideen. Afghanistan is a tribal society. Tradition demands that its people stand up to any outsiders who set foot on their land. With the honor of their people at stake, they have everything to fight for. No matter how hard the Soviets hit them, they continue to appear out of nowhere, striking back, then vanishing again. But there's one thing even the Mujahideen fear, Every last one of them. The Soviet gunships. They're highly maneuverable and equipped with massive firepower. Plus, the underside of the fuselage is heavily armored. The Mujahideen can barely scratch them with their small arms. Anyone who hangs around gets mowed down by the gunship's heavy machine guns. This new honeybee weapon that was given to the Hamid fighters, it's no doubt something to help them strike back against the gunships, which makes it a weapon that could change the course of the war.
Okay, I get
Those
what they're
guerrilla
saying.
fighters known as Mujahideen don't actually belong to a single organization. Afghanistan is a multi-ethnic country. You've got the Pashtuns, the Tajiks, Uzbeks, Hazaras, and each of them is split into their own tribes, large and small. Each ethnicity has several rebel organizations that their various tribes gather under. They're united under the banner of jihad, but that doesn't mean they work like a single standing army. Just look at the area around Smasi Fort. A lot of Tajiks used to live there, but they fled after the Soviets started their Scorched Earth campaign. With the area uninhabited, the Hamid fighters, who are Pashtun, decided to move in. The Hamids are based out of the city of Peshawar. We passed through it on the western edge of Pakistan. The Pashtun people have long lived in Afghanistan and western Pakistan. They used to travel back and forth frequently. Then Britain went and established the border that still stands today. The Hamid fighters get generous support from the Pakistani government. The government wants to use them to secure influence over Afghanistan. Their liaison with the Hamids is Inter-Services Intelligence, and behind the ISI, you have the CIA. That's probably how the honeybee ended up in the hands of the Hamid men.
Okay, so that is a history lesson I feel like I didn't actually ever get taught in history class. About how Afghanistan is where, like, tribes, is that real? That's wild.
Ocelot said the number of private forces is increasing, and they've modeled themselves after us. They're a far cry from the likes of us. But why? 9 years ago we made enemies of the world as a nuclear-equipped force, independent of ideology or state.
Yes. Sooner or later the real UN would have stepped in.
So why are they giving these PFs free rein?
That's our fault too.
What do you mean?
What happened 9 years ago was a real problem for a lot of people. An organization as big as ours, with our facilities, was wiped off the map. Not an easy thing to hide. But if our existence came to light, so would the names of our clients. We had contracts all over, east and west, from superpowers to banana republics. The lot. Our clients denied all association with the likes of us.
I don't know what that really means in the sense of war, but just the fact that that's a clothing brand.
They missed us. They really missed us. The demand for armies for hire was as strong as ever. The international community turned a blind eye to what happened to us, despite still needing people who could do our jobs. History couldn't afford to lose us. As soon as we were gone, they needed a replacement. So private forces spread everywhere. And they're all just a phone call away.
We were the best, man.
I know. PFs are totally different from what we envisioned. Nation-states, revolutionaries, terrorists, they have a lot of clients, and Cypher is one of them. Cypher stays anonymous, but I know their work when I see it. In the eyes of those clients, the world's PFs are all just expendable pawns. The clients don't have to worry about losing their own men. Nobody knows they're involved, and PFs are cheap. In short, the world is chewing up soldiers and spitting them out. Even some of the old Mother Base's survivors are still working for PFs. Some guys created their own smaller forces. Others were taken on by emerging PFs. Everybody's gone their separate ways. But none of them are living their dream, because they're not fighting with you. Of course, I tried to headhunt as many of them as I could for Diamond Dogs. It was all a waste of time. They said they weren't interested without you to lead them. But now you're back. And everything's gonna change. We'll unite all private forces under you, transcending nations and economies. What is a nation? Just a patch of dirt. The bonds among us will surpass nations. And that's what'll put the world
crazy
under
to
our
think
control.
we'll
establish a new kind of country.
Big Boss has
redefine
just
the very
in his
concept of it.
aura,
Cypher will be below
ego,
us.
confidence, just like demeanor, whatever you want to call it. The fact that people would
once word of Big Boss
would, like, as Kaz is Big Boss's right-hand man, and it's one of those things that they would not even follow Kaz, who even Big Boss would trust his life with. They would not follow this man because Big Boss was not there. That is insane levels of just aura, just confidence, just demeanor. Big Boss walks in the room and it's just like, he's in charge. That's the man I want to work for.
Return starts traveling. That'll be our true deterrent against Cypher. In other words, no one will dare to come gunning for you.
How do you figure?
Cypher lacks a large-scale fighting force. PFs are the perfect tool for them. But those PFs revere you, the legendary Big Boss. If Cypher killed you now, they wouldn't take it lying down. Maybe they'd even go looking for revenge, but they definitely wouldn't keep doing Cypher's dirty work, even if it put their lives at stake. That's why it's no longer a benefit to Cypher to get rid of you. The very fact that you're alive is our greatest defense against Cypher.
Nice to know. It'll buy us some time while we get back to full strength.
Just keep in mind that what I'm saying is generalizing a lot. In practice, the PFs around the world don't know your face. Just declaring that you're Big Boss won't be enough to convince them. And if they see you as an enemy, they'll come at you with everything they've got.
Some hero.
That's why you need to bring them back to Mother Base. Show them on your terms that you really are the one and only Big Boss. Once you've proven that, they won't hesitate to join us.
Oh, is that like the recruitment thing where we had to like 1v1 people to get them to join Mother Base?
Snake, do you remember Amanda?
Yeah, I do.
Their revolution was a success. Somoza resigned, and Nicaragua has a new government. Amanda's really working hard for her country to be reborn.
Good for them.
She says she wishes Chico could be there.
That revolution was the dream. For Amanda, for Chico, and their father.
That chopper was no place for Chico to die. I'd like to at least think history will remember his part in the revolution.
When you pick up a gun, there's always a chance you'll die for nothing. He knew that as well as the rest. Now that he's gone, it's up to the rest of us to decide what it was all worth. If we don't, there's nothing to prove that Chico ever lived at all. We're his mark on the world.
Amanda told us that Strangelove contacted her after the revolutionaries came to power in Nicaragua. Strangelove, the AI researcher from Mother Base?
I remember her.
We'd lost touch with her, till Amanda heard from her out of the blue. She told Amanda she wanted to salvage Peace Walker's drive parts, or something from the bottom of Lake Nicaragua. Amanda passed the request on to her friends in the new administration. She's a national hero now, after all. So Strangelove got a Soviet military aircraft to transport something to somewhere. But apparently the cargo wasn't big enough to have been Peace Walker itself.
So what was it?
Who knows? We recovered Peace Walker's nuclear warhead ourselves 9 years ago. What could Strangelove have been after? Amanda said she didn't mention what her reason was or where she was headed. Nicaragua is a socialist state
11-11. Look at that. Make a wish, everybody. Make a wish. I wish that I could become a legendary YouTuber so I can do great things for you in my community. I want to be the big boss
right before the attack,
of
Huey was in the
YouTube.
control tower to prepare for the inspectors. He was with them when it all went down.
I want to bring people together. I want to stop all the hate. I want to stop all of the divide amongst the YouTubers.
Party when they arrived. And he was the one who showed the nuclear inspectors to the tower.
I am the one that they call Seriously
First
Sammy.
he recommends we agree to the inspection. Then he gives them the okay without our permission. All the time acting as if he was doing us a favor. On top of that, he even had the guards disarmed that day. It would send the wrong message, he said. Whatever the angle, it all leads back to Huey. I curse my own stupidity for not realizing sooner. Huey escaped with that unit by chopper. I've been hunting him for 9 long years. The other reason I was operating around Afghanistan was to dig up his location.
Huey's in Afghanistan?
Yes, and I have a good idea where. Now we just wait for the right moment. This time, we'll be the ones using him. He's going to tell us who our guests really were that used a fake nuclear inspection to blast our home into the ocean.
Wait, sorry, since I was monologuing there, Huey betrayed us as well. Huey knew that the military inspection or nuclear inspection was fake and let them in. How could he do that to us? Oh, dude, if I see him in person, you're gonna achieved an Intel tapes played rate of 10%. Okay.
Development project has been added.
Nice. Okay, so we have 2 posters, a vertical Soviet poster and a glamour model horizontal poster. Can we can't even like look at it. That's horrible. Okay, so now we also have a base development unit. Everything's just on auto, right? Oh, interesting. Oh, we don't have a medical unit yet, so we will do that when time comes. We have showers, delivery point, and that's me. Thank you guys so much for stopping by for this episode of Metal Gear Solid 5 TPP. Couple things. One, I know the sneaking suit provides extra benefits and everything like that, but it zoomed in and it seemed like it was supposed to zoom in on a Diamond Dog patch. So you guys let me know down below if I should be wearing any other uniform, or maybe even the Phantom Pain's sneaking suit. I'm not too sure. I just know when moments like that happen and we're missing the item of clothing or whatever is supposed to be like zoomed in on because we're having a custom character. I don't want that. So let me know if I should change my suit. I'm enjoying this. I hate to say it. I would really love to stream this game for you guys because I could sit there for hours sitting there trying to check mark every box. Again, no first story, and then we'll go and do all the extra stuff. I love you guys. Please subscribe. Please share this with your friends. Please let everyone know that someone is experiencing the game for the first time. I love you, and I'll see you in the next one.